Hello, what is up, JMA fans? Josh here speaking, and today we are going to be looking at the Revoltech Amazing Yamaguchi series number 28 and 29, Endeavor and Hawks from My Hero Academia. Season 6 had just ended last month, and I'm still feeling the hype from watching that last episode, which got me really pumped to finally get these guys on hand. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so here we have both Endeavor and Hawks straight out of the packaging, and as you can see, both of these figures looks absolutely amazing. Like, no caps, man. Revoltech is just getting better and better with every release. The sculpting on these guys are just incredible, and they look exactly how they do in the anime. Especially Endeavor. I mean, look at the head sculpt, man. That is sick. I'm actually surprised how this brand works so well with these characters. My Hero Academia is one of those series that just has these very unique character designs, and you would ask yourself, how would any toy company be able to recreate these guys in plastic form? And yet here we have Revoltech here just pretty much nailing every character designs from the show. As you can see, Endeavor has this kind of like a shiny paint on his suit, which does make him stand out a lot more compared to other figures. Hawks' outfit in comparison is very simple and is painted on with a matte finish. Aside from the wings that we are going to be taking a look at later, the sculpted wrinkles around his clothes makes this figure look very cool and realistic. Anyways, moving on to the accessories, but first let's have a look at these cool backdrops that we got from inside of the packaging. Very cool shots of the two pro heroes, I like this. Each figure comes with their own flight stands, only Hawks comes with this extra piece that extends his stand a little bit more. For facial expressions, we'll start with Endeavor. He comes with 4 different head sculpts, the first one being the default neutral expression. He comes with an angry teeth-gritted expression, a yelling angry expression, and another teeth-gritted face with blood coming out of his eye. Endeavor then also comes with 4 extra eyes that can swap between all of the faces. He's got one where he's looking to the left, another one looking to the right, down, and one pissed off blanked eyes. And if you look closely, you can see the small irritated drawing on the side of his eye, right there. Next, Endeavor does come with 4 pairs of hands and 1 accessory holding hand. The first pairs he got would be the fisted hands that came with him in the package. He comes with a pair of relaxed hands, angry open palm hands, a pair of burning fisted hands, which looks kind of funny actually. I get what they're trying to do here, and these actually look a lot better on the promo images than on hand. The left hand on mine does look pretty close, especially on this angle, but on the right one, it just looks like he was eating too much cheese curls. Lastly, he then comes with a single right hand for holding his phone, and this is actually a really huge phone. As you can see here, it is in comparison to Shoto's phone, and I was like, wow.
Shoto, お前に今一度伝えたいことがある。既読スルーするな、ショートよ。お前の意志をないがしろにしていたあの頃とは違うのだ。なりたい己を目指し、歩み始めている今だからこそ、父らしくあの技を。だから既読スルーをやめろ、ショート。ショート!
Moving on to the effect parts, and these can all be plugged onto the holes around his body. First off, you get 4 huge flame effects that can plug on his back. All 4 of them can be plugged in all at once, and all the joints are pretty solid on these two, so they're not gonna fall off too easily, which is great. You also have the option to plug these flames onto each other and create wings on his back. Some spare joints are also included in case you break some of them. Then we got 4 pairs of impact effects that goes with these blast effects. Each of them does have a ball joint connected on them, but you don't necessarily need to have all of those joints in. To assemble these blast effects, first you gotta plug one of the impact effects on the back of the boots, remove the joint on the other impact effect, and connect those 2 pieces together like that. And then we plug in one of the blast effects under his feet, and then do the same thing with the other piece, connect that there, and there you go. For the arms, there are 2 ways for you to use it. The first way is to plug one of the blast effects around the elbow, and then plug in 1 impact effect on the forearm, which looks like this. The second way is to plug the blast effects on the burning fisted hands, plug the impact effect on the forearm, but this time on the opposite direction. And there you go. So now here we have all of the effect parts attached on Endeavor, and I honestly, guys, was really impressed that this figure is actually able to carry all of these effect parts. Like, this is just crazy, man, especially since we have other figures like Bakugo that can't even hold a single explosion effect without having it falling off or something. This is a really great comeback from Kyoto. If they continue to release more figures like this with less QC issues, then this line is only going to get better. Also forgot to mention, just in case you guys want to try using Shoto's effect parts on Endeavor, you can technically do that, although the joints are a little bit too tight on these effects, so I recommend swapping out the ball joints with the extras that came with Endeavors. Then on the flip side, you can kinda use the impact and blast effects on Shoto as well. However, it is going to be very loose on him, and unfortunately, the ball joints on Shoto's effect parts doesn't fit in on Endeavor's effect parts. And also the huge effect parts from Endeavor can't be used on Shoto as well because the joints are, well, too big. Okay, so now switching to the number 2 hero's accessory, Hawks comes with 3 swappable faceplates. The first one being the regular smiling face. He comes with a serious face that actually kinda looks scary. And then he comes with a very happy like "What's up Endeavor" faceplate. And all of these look really great. However, I do wish he came with one more faceplate where he's either shouting or teeth gritted, like he's in battle mode, you know? Hawks then comes with 10 swappable eyes that can be used on any of the faceplates that he comes with. He comes with eyes looking to the right, one looking to the left, one looking down to the right, down to the left, another one looking to the right, except here he's looking slightly upwards. At first glance, it's a bit hard to tell the difference between this one and the other one, but as you can see, the previous one is looking straight to the right, while this one is just slightly looking upwards to the right. And then of course we do get the same one looking upwards to the left, and the last one is looking straight down. He then comes with a swappable front hairpiece with the glasses on, which looks like this, and it does look pretty cool. I do prefer having him with the glasses on, but on certain angles it does look a bit blurry on the inside. He then comes with 7 pairs of hands and 2 accessory holding hands. The first set of hands are of course the fisted hands that came with him in the package. He comes with a pair of open palm hands, a pair of karate chopping hands, 2 pointing fingers, 2 thumbs up hands, 2 gripping hands for holding his sword-like feathers like this. He comes with a single right hand for holding his canned coffee. This was the coffee he was drinking while he was doing his undercover mission on the League of Villains. He then comes with a single left hand for holding his glasses. And finally, he also comes with a pair of flat hands that can be plugged into his pockets as if his hands are inside. At first I thought his arms couldn't reach his pockets, which bummed me out a little bit, but then I realized you do have to push the joints in the arms forward to kind of extend the reach, because his jacket does get in the way a bit. Moving on to the wings, first we do get a pair of chicken wings, as well as some spare joints to connect them into. You just plug these wings onto his back, and since they are attached to a ball joint, they can move around as well. Then we got 2 of these printed feathers flying around, as well as this T-shaped stance for it to stand on. Make sure you remove the plastic to get a clearer view of it. Slide these things in there, and there you go. Finally, here we have the fierce wings of Hawks, and the sculpting on these are just amazing, man. Like, there isn't really any shading going on with these wings, but even still it looks pretty sick. The sculpted details on these are enough to make it stand out, and just like with the little chicken wings from earlier, these do connect to his back with a ball joint, so they are articulated as well. These wings can move all the way up, and there's a second layer of feathers on the back, so you can move that to fill in the gaps. Then you can spread these wings back to the front, can move all the way behind and forward. And now lastly, for the accessories, we do get 2 effect parts for the wings. As you can see, there are 2 holes on the back of each wing, and you can plug the effect parts on there like that, and that looks pretty sweet. I really love this effect, it looks really good, but the problem is that these effect pieces doesn't actually plug in very well. Like, why? You already fixed this problem perfectly on Endeavor, so why couldn't you have made better pegs for these too? Like, come on, man, these sucks. Okay, so now moving on to articulation, starting with Endeavor. His head does have some side-to-side tilt, can move left and right, can move all the way up and down, a bit of movement on the shoulder pads as well. Arms can move up, move forward, outward, bicep swivel, elbow bend, rotation at the wrist, move down and up, rotation at the waist and at the torso. Ab crunch can move all the way down and all the way back. Legs can move out, move back, forward, thigh swivel, knee bend, a little bit of down and up on the boots, and we got some rotation in there as well. No rotation on the actual foot itself, but it can move down and up, and of course side to side pivot. Now with Hawks, we do get some side to side tilt on his head, can move left and right, move all the way up and down. Arms can move up, move forward, outward. Rotation at the arms, those shoulder pads are kind of in the way actually. We got some elbow bend, wrist rotation, move up and down. Ab crunch can move all the way down and back. rotation at the waist. The lower part of his jacket can also move a little bit outwards. Legs can move out, move back, forward, knee bend, thigh swivel, foot can rotate, move down, up, and ankle pivot. Now for some height comparisons, here are both Endeavor and Hawks next to some of the figures from the same line. We got Shoto, Todoroki, and Bakugo, and I'm actually surprised that Bakugo is actually a little bit taller than Hawks. And I've done a little bit of googling, and I believe they should be on the same height, while Shoto should be the tallest out of the three. So yeah, there are some inaccuracies here with the scaling of Hawks. It doesn't bother me like a whole lot, but it is just a little bit disappointing considering that they've already made this mistake with Shoto from the first time. Anyway, next here we have them alongside the Revoltech All Might, as well as a custom Nomu from the Marvel Legends movie Venom figure. Here we have them next to the Revoltech Deku and Figma Uraraka, Figma Gojo and Figma Itadori, SH Figures Kakashi and Naruto, Dawson model Saitama and Garo, and lastly, here we have him next to the Mofex Peter B. Parker and the Marvel Legends movie Deadpool. So for the conclusion, overall I think both of these figures are really good. The quality on these have definitely improved a lot compared from their past releases. Yes, I do have some issues with it, especially with Hawks. I was so disappointed with the wings effects, and the height is not accurate as well, but putting those aside, the articulation, the accessories, and overall quality of the figures are definitely top notch. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like the plastic quality has greatly improved too, like it feels better and moves smoothly than past Revoltech figures I've owned, and I don't think I have to explain how good the sculpting is again, so yeah. Definitely recommend these guys, especially Endeavor. I think Endeavor is a pretty near perfect figure, no QC issues, and he can hold all of his accessories no problem. Hawks on the other hand looks just as great, poses great, but has minor issues as I've mentioned. But definitely still worth to pick up, especially if you're a My Hero Academia fan. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, then please hit that like button, comment down what did you think of this video, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already for more videos. Anyways, that is all for today, and I hope you guys are having a great day or great night. And yeah, I guess I'll be seeing you guys in the next video, and peace out.